back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm lit it. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I just got bags from Prada. Rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Down from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm lit it. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down with the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top when the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mid dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up.
I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm lit it. I know that you're trying to go big.
Matching hundreds. I'm Jonathan Coachman. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll see teams with a couple of running backs who each went over 100 yards a weekend ago, as it'll be the Oakland Raiders taking on the Carolina Panthers. With that, let's get up to Charlotte. Standing by, our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Oakland Raiders and the Carolina Panthers. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Panther ball club as they interplay here. It's late in the year. We all know it. We've seen the calendar for these guys. Their bodies could probably use a break, but they have to push on.
And they're really not as worried about that as maybe we think. They know they've got the entire offseason to rest. All they care about is the game in front of them and finishing strong.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Raiders, they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. And they're led out by a guy who's done just about everything you could ever imagine to do in this league, the great Tom Brady.
It's been a lot of fun watching him develop in his career. But that will to win, he's had that probably since birth. And it transmits itself throughout his entire ball club. Watching him play, it can be an absolute joy unless you're on the other team.
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. This offense has a few playmakers. If they're going to go downfield, they often look the way of stills.
He loves to run the deep routes, loves to get downfield and make the big catches, and he does it with flair.
On second down, Jacobs. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go. Defensively, here are the starters for Carolina. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 42.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. From the gun on 3rd down, Brady. He's going to wind up in there, and this is caught. That all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Darren Waller, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. Then he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. They're led out by their big-bodied electric quarterback, Cam Newton.
Cam has all the skills that you're looking for. The arm that can do everything, the ability to run, hard to bring down because of his size. But the joy that he plays the game, I think that's his stock in trade. That's his calling card. That's what sets him apart from other players.
On first down, it's Newton. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. A gain of 6 there on first.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Back to the ground on first, it's McCaffrey. DJ Hayden, the corner, in on the tackle. And the Buffet boys, the O-line. Hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Newton, and he's got the hook up to Moore. And it's a fumble, and the Raiders pick it up, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Now Brady. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. A Raider first down, 17 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
Wait, that right in hit. Wide 20. 58 right there. No gain on this defense.
They'll run on first down. Jacobs. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. That's caught out wide by Stills. Now whistles here, and it looks like we've got a Panther that's having some difficulty down there getting up. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back.
Wait, that 29. Alpha. 54. It's going to be a long day. Every day, hey.
On first down, it's Jacobs. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal. Now Brady. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Brian Burns came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided for it on first and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further.
Here we go. Here we go.
Brady. And Stills bringing it in. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They'll give him a dozen on the pitch and catch, but now they're up against a third and goal.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do in that one.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Terry Poe marches in for the sack.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on third down. Here's Michael Badgley ready for the field goal try. Badgley able to knock this one through, and that will make it 10-0 here in the first. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal, because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say, if I miss an extra point, That's the one that bothers me more.
And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Well, you're impressed, don't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken.
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games? Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadruple. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go.
Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Well, the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. Out of the gun, Newton. He may try and run for this. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
That was a good effort there, trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
An update from that game going on in the Meadowlands. The Jets out to the early lead. Sam Darnold leading the way offensively.
Let's go.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. Last week, a strong showing, up over 100, also 2 trips to the end zone.
It's the kind of week that if you said, listen, I'll let you have this type of a game each and every week, you'd sign up for it. You wouldn't try and get too greedy. But let's face it, good runners always want to be a little bit more greedy at the end, try and squeeze out every last yard. He's going to try and duplicate that and exceed it in this game.
14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. Getting the sense Charles are going to put big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Throwing on first down is Brady. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. They run it with Jacobs, and he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
We got this. A gain of 5. First down, Raiders.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Mike, ready? Down to lose 1. 25, check 25.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And they'll work this down to the yard line. Tackled there. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Here's Brady. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Check four.
Counter play with Jacobs. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From midfield, here's Brady. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And that right there is something we've seen, 15 times in NFL history. That will officially go down as a 60-yard field goal.
And everything has to be absolutely perfect for this to have any chance. He's got to get it out low and really drive through it. And I tell you, that was one heck of a kick. One heck of a decision on the sideline to even try it as well.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
A good run on 1st down. It's got him very close to the line to gain, just shy of the 35. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Complete out to Samuel on the quick throw. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Now whistles. Flag down, and I believe one of the Panthers got moving early. That's going to set them back 5 yards. And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. McCaffrey following the penalty. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
They didn't get the 1st down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the 1st. Here's Michael Pilardi now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Brady going to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Brady. That's caught by Waller out left side. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Brady, only one pass has hit the ground for him. 10 of 11 thus far. It's 1st and 10. Here's Brady to throw. This will be caught. Tyrell Williams. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there. Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up 1st downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have.
Hey, come on now. Check. Hey, 66.
They'll run on 1st down. Butler.
Go, run.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
56. Mike, 56, right there.
From the 39, Brady, and to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They've now produced 3-yard gains on 3 straight plays. Leads us to 4th down. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
We play to win. Let's go.
There's DJ Moore as he and the rest of the offense head back out there. You would have to think they're going to make it more of a priority to get him the football. You're losing here in the 2nd quarter, and he's been really quiet.
I think all we have to do, and it's too bad we can't actually see the actual play sheet now from the coordinator, because he's looking down at that and saying, okay, do I put him in different spots? Do I try and isolate him? What routes do I run? You're exactly right. They've got to get the ball in his hands and get their offense kick-started.
He does have the 2 catches, but pretty quiet so far. Now Newton, the catch and run, going to wind up netting him 33 yards. The intended receiver there, Ian Thomas, but it's going to be 2nd down. Back to the air, Newton on 2nd down. Looking again for Thomas, this time complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. He gets it to Thomas. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. This offense finding its legs now. 1st and 10. Draw play as Newton gives to McCaffrey. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
I got you, boy. Jim.
On 2nd and 7, Newton, open man is Samuel, complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense And you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
The first red zone opportunity for the Panthers thus far. This is first and goal from about the 8. And the ball is knocked out, and the Raiders pick it up. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on. And
he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Von Bell, and he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. You think you're going into halftime with a good-sized lead. Not so fast. That pick six really changes the complexion, probably also changes the halftime speech.
No doubt about it. Instead of going in relaxed, you're probably a little more uptight right now, probably a little bit angry. Let's see if they can get their focus back.
Graham Gano on for the extra point. It's good, and that cuts it to 9 at 16-7. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This one taken from the 7. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. The weather might be cold, but the playoff races are heating up here on this final Sunday before Christmas. So let's get to it. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. And it's the Bears who have the lead. Mitchell Trubisky's looking good. 3 touchdown passes. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And it's the visiting Minnesota Vikings who are out in front. Dalvin Cook has scored a touchdown there. Finally, let's get down to the Bayou. Check on the Saints at home at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. And that game all tied up as they do battle with the visiting Lions. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a draw play to McCaffrey. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. On second down, McCaffrey. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it seems almost effortless.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory. Down at the 33. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything. Change it up, because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Now a shotgun handoff to Scarlett. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. They'll run it with Scarlett. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Stepping, and he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Cam Newton scoring on the keeper from 6 yards out as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. Offensively, pretty effective option play there for the score.
Certainly was, and it appeared to me that the defense overshifted and overplayed the trail back, the pitch man, and almost forgot about the quarterback. In fact, they did forget about the quarterback, and he turned it into a touchdown.
Gano the extra point, and the lead is down to 2. A 10-play drive that time, and the final piece to the puzzle was the Cam Newton touchdown run. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
The spotlight now focuses on the quarterback, and that's Tom Brady. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with a quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. On 1st down, Brady got his man. It's Williams. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover one. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Running is Jacobs. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Tackle made by K1 Short. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
56 to Mark, 56. Check 56. Shadow.
Throwing now is Brady. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 12-yard line. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
Brady now 15 out of 17 through the air, only 2 incompletions. It's first down. Jacobs now. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. On second down now. It's Butler, and he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
So they'll turn to the kicker again. He's been a busy man thus far. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Badgley able to punch this one through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So making 4 out of 4 now in the field goal department, and he's able to extend their lead.
When drives are bogged down, he's been automatic out there. So nice to have a kicker you can count on to put points on the board.
After the made field goal, Badgley back out there for the kickoff. This one taken from the 7. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. From the 25 on second down, Newton. Thomas has got it, complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther first down. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. And an alley to run. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
I got one. Alert 3.
Now a run with McCaffrey. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Check, 47. Watch the flag.
From just shy of midfield, Newton. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. It's a Panthers first down, 17 yards on the play. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Newton. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 11 yards and a Panther first down. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
Looking to throw on second down. Newton, and brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a first down. They'll try to run with McCaffrey, and he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. And the ball smacked 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. Here's Newton. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Jordan Scarlett, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers have taken the lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
So a big play coming for the Panthers. They'll go for 2. They'll try and run it here. And he will get into the end zone again. And he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2.
Beat at this stage, at least give your team a fighting chance.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
Let's go.
The Raider offense heading out as we take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And for them right now, not a done deal. So they are holding down one of the final wild card spots. And with 2 weeks to go, there are others kind of nipping at their heels a bit.
And imagine what the talk has been all week within their locker room. And it's really, let's rely on ourselves. Because they could get help and still get to the playoffs. But who wants that? Go out, win the game, take care of things yourself, and then you don't have anything else to worry about. One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
4 receivers to keep tabs on here. 3 of them to the right side on 2nd and 5. Now Brady. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of 2. Now 3rd down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. The Raiders on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Brady. A short one here, secured by the tight end Waller. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. The loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route.
Easy work.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. Newton on third down. Completes it to Samuel. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. With a quick slant, good for 8 and a first. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way, it worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Now a first down throw for Newton. And Thomas has it. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Keep it up. Keep it up. Hey, watch it.
This is McCaffrey, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. Newton now to throw. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on third down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. Newton will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Out of the gun, Newton. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark, because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here, down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On the ground, McCaffrey. And an alley to run. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. The former Giant, Prince Amukamara, on the stop. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. Here's McCaffrey. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down.
I'm going to run you over. You go
They'll run with McCaffrey. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. McCaffrey. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Throwing is Newton. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here.
A 31-yard attempt.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. This is taken near the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So for Carolina, the win for them is number 6 on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, their playoff hopes take a big hit as they fall to 8-7. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.